Wow. I look really tired today.
I've already told you I did.
Hi, guys. Sorry that we're starting so late. It's been an interesting morning around here. My friend Sarah is joining me today. She got here nice and early. She's on time girl. Even early, which is part of the problem is that we haven't seen each other in a long time, so we just talked forever. And I didn't make sure that things were set up, and so then we ran into technology issues, which seems to happen to me a lot. My husband is working this morning. He got called into work, so my kids may pop in with us a couple of times. We'll see. Yeah. What else? What other issues do we have?
I think that's it. Just
All
talking.
right. Okay.
Just too much talking.
I like her. So Sarah is also a photographer. We met at an event from one of our...
In Boston.
Yep. We were both there with our husbands, and we connected. I was very pregnant, and I was actually really upset about it then, at that moment. I mean, I was excited to be pregnant in general, but...
Because there was good margaritas.
Exactly! See? That's how good they were, that years later, we remember the margaritas, and I was like, I just had a margarita! They look so good!
They were so good.
It was at this great Mexican restaurant, which I've been back to since then. David and I went back. My dog is here, too. Excuse me for a moment. Molly.
Oh, no.
Molly, come here.
Hi.
Molly.
I'm jealous you've been back to the restaurant.
Right? We went back to the restaurant. I gotta let the dog.
She's running away. I have yet to be back. I don't even remember the name of it. I'll have to ask. I don't even remember the name of it, I was saying.
I don't remember the name of it either, but it was really delicious. My husband and I were gifted a night at the Fairmont Plaza, Cafe Square, which was really close to that restaurant. Like, when we got there, I was like, this looks so familiar. Like, I don't spend time in Copley Square in general, but... So we went back to that restaurant.
Really eat anything besides guac.
Right?
That night.
Yeah. They have really good food.
Oh, but we went out after.
Yes. Yeah. We were there. We had a late night. We had a babysitter.
We should have just stayed and ate there.
Right?
Anyway.
Probably because I couldn't have the margaritas. Oh, no, they closed. I think that's what it was.
Were they closing?
Yeah. Anyway. That's how I met Sarah.
Yes.
It's because we're both photographers. But Sarah also sells Beauty Counter.
Yes.
Which I'll let her tell you about. I'm not going to tell you about it. She is. Which is, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Sarah, hi.
Hi.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Sarah. I think you just said it. I'm a photographer.
Yes.
First and foremost. But, yes, I'm recently, a year now, I've been a consultant for Beauty Counter.
Yeah. What is Beauty Counter?
Beauty Counter is a personal care product industry company.
Yeah.
I didn't see the words, told you.
Yeah. It's all right. We're all friends.
So Beauty Counter is committed to selling safer products.
Okay.
And their mission, it's a mission-based company, and our mission is to get safer products in the hands of everybody.
Products. Talk to me about products. What do you mean by products?
So health and beauty products.
Okay.
We've like cosmetics to everyday facial care to body shampoo, baby, kids.
Mm-hmm.
We keep adding products.
Gotcha.
All the time.
Okay.
We're only 5 years old. We just turned 5.
Okay. And talk to me about what you mean by safer.
Safer. So safer is an interesting word. In the health and beauty industry, safe doesn't mean anything legally.
Yay!
Neither does natural.
Okay.
Neither does green.
Right? Because marijuana is natural.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah. So, and chemicals aren't all bad.
Yeah.
Our body's made of chemicals. But there are toxic chemicals and they are on the market in a lot of products.
Right.
So safer is the word we use.
Come here.
Because it is correct.
Right.
Because you never know you never know, I guess you can't be 100% sure that something's going to be safe.
Right.
There could be a reaction or something or whatever. So
right.
Safer is the word that Beauty Counter chooses to use.
Are you saying hi?
No.
Can you go back to what you were doing? I'll help you in a minute. I told you kids might come in.
PJ Masks?
Yeah, go watch PJ Masks, okay?
Oh.
Mwah! I love you. So,
yes.
why is that? Like, why do we not know what's in it? I'm sorry if you said that. I was distracted. by my son.
So that's a complex question.
Right? Give me your best answer. Answer in the way that's easiest.
Because there's only a page and a half of law that encompasses the health and beauty industry.
Okay.
So it is the least regulated industry practically out there. The last law that was passed was in 1938.
Okay.
And like parabens, right? A lot of people are aware of parabens now and they want paraben-free or preservative-free. There's loopholes that make that possible for companies to put that on the label where it's really not. Because companies buy things like aloe vera. You can buy it in bulk. A raw bulk preservative of, or preserved aloe vera.
Right.
Goes to X company to create something. They don't technically use any preservatives.
Right.
But they got the aloe vera that already was.
Right.
And therefore, they put preservative-free on the label, but it's really not.
Okay.
That happens a lot, unfortunately. So there's companies out there that are transparent, like Beautycounter, that are very open about what everything they put in their product. Mm-hmm. There's testing way beyond FDA regulations, and they do their best to make things safer.
Okay. All right. And tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that Beautycounter also is advocating in Washington for
we were just there. Yep.
For higher regulations.
We want more laws. Yeah.
Right.
The mission is 100% to get safer products in the hands of everyone, and that's not just Beautycounter products. We want safer across the board. We don't want so much unknown. We want anybody to go into any store and be able to just pick something off the shelf and it to be safer.
Right. And why is that important?
Because it's not right now. There's so many toxic chemicals and so many people aren't aware. Right. There's, just the names that you would recognize, right? There's lead in most lipsticks on the market. There's mercury.
Wait,
lead.
Like women used to put on their faces, kill them, lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
In lipstick, like 80%, I think, was the last stat I saw.
That's terrifying.
Right? Mercury in mascara. And, those are just the things that you've heard of. Because I'm not a scientist. I didn't do that well in science. I'm a photographer, arts.
Right. I hear you.
So I don't know all these scientific words that are on the backs of all these products. But yeah, there's so many things. There's dioxin that's been found. A component in jet fuel.
Awesome.
And some of these things, I should say, some of these things aren't necessarily put into these products, but they're a result of a combination of other chemicals.
Oh, okay. So they're not like, oh, let's put all these horrible things in here. Let's put these two things that we don't think are horrible, but when we put them together, they make something horrible.
Right.
Welcome to chemistry.
Yes.
This is your chemistry lesson of this week?
Yes. Sorry, I should be here. Just looked. Yeah, and there's, parabens and phthalates are the two things that people are starting to become aware of, right? And those are things.
That's the jet fuel?
No, that was dioxin.
Oh,
dioxin.
Okay. Sorry.
So phthalates and parabens, so those are two things that are linked to hormone disruption, developmental delays, and cancer.
Okay.
And those are two things that are very commonly in personal care products.
Okay. Lotions too, not just
correct.
Not
yes,
just
we're
makeup.
Talking lotions, we're talking shampoos. Yeah. So a lot of people say, I don't wear makeup. No big deal.
Right. Well, you still wash your hair and your face and
you use body wash and
Okay.
It's scary. It's really scary when you start to think about it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna die now.
No, it's really overwhelming. And it's not necessarily not all chemicals are bad. Again, your body's made up of chemicals. Not all chemicals are bad. But it's
Mama.
Hi. We're gonna see everyone. Okay.
Oh, it's trying to talk. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Welcome to Working Mom.
Yes.
It's all right.
I don't know what to say.
All right. So I think, and I've said this before in talking to somebody else, and it might have even been a couple weeks ago with Dr. Brooke, but I think something that we forget often is our skin is our largest organ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't often think about my skin as an organ. I think, oh, my kidneys or my heart or brain or whatever, but
absolutely.
And that's, we are so conscious about what we eat because it's in our body, but you put something
on my notes when I was preparing for this.
Yeah.
That Yes.
Talk to me about it. I want to hear from you.
No, that's
They
so
hear from
funny.
me all the time.
That's so funny. No, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, your skin is your largest organ, and a lot of people think about, I want to eat organic, or I want to eat non-GMO, or I want to eat less sugar, or whatever it is.
I want all those things, and I'm not good at any of them.
Right.
But I
And
want
then,
them.
but then they have absolutely no regard not to. Okay, I was just going to say that, but I'll say something else. You go to your local drugstore, right, and just pick, oh, this gloss looks really nice, or I need a new shampoo or something, and you don't even pay attention. And I'm not saying that shampoo is going to like give somebody cancer, but it's the buildup of things over time that can relate. So in the health and beauty industry, a lot of companies, it's not totally, I'm not going to say it's their fault, because they're not concerned. A lot of them are concerned with the long term. They're focused on, is it going to be allergen, or are you going to get a rash or something like that? Right. But it's the long term things that people really haven't made themselves aware. I mean, there's 85,000 chemicals, more than 85,000 chemicals on the market, marketed in or used in health and beauty products.
Wow.
And thousands more every year. But there's no regulation. There's no FDA requirement for them to be tested for safety before they go on the market.
Right. And it's not just things like chemicals that are like jet fuel,
right?
Which I don't remember the actual name of that. But like fragrances.
Yes. Oh, fragrances.
Can you talk to me about fragrances?
Oh, thank you for asking. I didn't know this until I joined Beautycounter.
Okay.
Or maybe just before. Because when I became pregnant with my son, that's when I started really thinking about all this stuff. And then mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was like, okay, now I really need to go in, because this is not just about my son, this is about me. And you kind of learn a whole lot when you're pregnant, right?
Right.
Anyway, fragrances are trade secret, or considered trade secret.
What does that mean?
That means that any company that writes fragrance on a bottle does not have to disclose what's in that fragrance. Fragrances are often combined of synthetic musks, and which are loaded with allergens often, and also phthalates, which are your hormone disruptors and endocrine disruptors.
Wow.
Specifically linked to, they found that a lot of phthalates can manipulate male newborn reproductive organs. So later in life,
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't it interesting that there's been such a rise in infertility?
40% more women from 1982 to 2002.
Wow.
40% more, like not necessarily just infertility, but like failure to, or not failure, but more of ability to become pregnant or hold on to that pregnancy. 40% more.
Wow. And we've dealt with that. Like, we went through infertility. We've had miscarriages. Like, I have to wonder. Like, and some of that is just, it's natural. Like, you're never going to know why it happened.
Right.
But, like.
And there's all sorts of causes. But you have to think, when there's so many more chemicals that are on the market now versus then. And how many of them are actually really safe.
Right. And cancer. Like, I mean, all things that existed before we were born, but like,
or breast cancer.
Right. Like, they all exist. Like, people die from cancer for as long as there's been people, but like, I just feel like we hear about it so much more, and I'm sure some of it is now it's being diagnosed where it wasn't before, but like, I have to believe that it's what we're eating, it's what we're putting on our bodies, it's how we're living, because we are trying to play God by creating all of these things that aren't.
Yes, because it was kind of like feast or famine for a while with so many things, and then it's like, okay, well, we can create all this stuff to prevent us from all this stuff, but it's really causing more stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I used to teach environmental education. This is going somewhere that's going to make sense. I used to teach environmental education, so I worked with middle schoolers, and one of the things we talked about was the food web. And you take one thing. Excuse me.
Get you water, but
right, I know. I didn't bring my water in today. You take one organism away in your food web, and it affects all of these other ones. Shocking, right? So it's not shocking to me at all that when we are taking away things or adding things to our lives, that it's affecting so many other things.
Yeah.
Shocking. Anyway,
It's scary.
I can get off my soapbox now.
No, you're
Right.
going. You're right.
We're here to talk to you. So let's talk a little bit about, well, before I go into there, have you been to Washington for anything?
I have not.
Okay.
They just took 100 top consultants from across the country.
Okay.
I just completed my first year,
Yeah.
so I'm in it. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was not. I think they took one or two, the top two from every state.
Okay.
And
And this was last?
this was
Last
March
month?
5th,
Okay.
March 4th, that week. They were there
Okay.
for like a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have this whole month of March is all about talking to Washington. We have a text number. I can give you two. I don't know
Okay.
how much I'm
We'll
gonna
post a
give
link
it.
to that.
Yeah, a number to call, a number to text, and when you call in, it's not even just like, what do I say? There's like instructions, and you get
Okay.
directed to your Congress people. And
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is to help
it's to fight for more regulation.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We
So it's
want
not like,
more regulation.
oh, we want Beauty Counter to be it's across the board. We want safe products for
Yes.
everyone,
We've joined,
no matter what the product is.
Yeah, we joined in a blanking on the word, but it's like a safety care act with other companies.
Okay.
So like I know Seventh Generation is one of them. Honest Company, I think.
Right.
But I can look up that information and give this
Right.
back to you. But yeah, that was last year. We joined in a safety act with all these other companies.
Okay. Nice. Talk to me about what do you use from Beauty Counter and why?
Everything. Everything. Well, the average woman, and I think of myself as minimalist. Like I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't do a lot of stuff. But the average woman uses 12 personal care products. I don't know if I have that many, but maybe we'll find out.
I'm gonna count them.
So daily, there's at least probably, if I'm good, a face wash of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I have two different ones that I use, both from Beauty Counter. One is more of like a shower wash, and one is my cleanser for taking off my makeup.
Okay.
When I'm good about it, which I'm not. I shouldn't really.
I know I'm not good at that either.
I should admit
That's
to that.
why I don't wear makeup often. I really am horrible at taking it off.
They just launched wipes, which I got because
I use baby wipes
so
sometimes.
easy. So these wipes, the reason I've not used wipes before, I'm like, they're so wasteful,
Yeah.
right? Like these are biodegradable and compostable.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So like, it would have saved my breakouts when I was
Right.
on vacation. These
Right.
wipes. But anyway, there's the third.
Right.
We get all of them. So I use their shampoo. They have recently launched like a salon quality shampoo. So I have shampoo and conditioner, smooth and control, which
four so far.
tames this mane.
Right.
I use their body wash. I use their body lotion or body cream.
Dara.
Right.
I
I love their body cream. I use it on my hands.
Isn't it so
sometimes.
nice?
Mhm.
Oh, the hand cream. I have the hand cream.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hit a lot of products.
Oh, we're up to 8.
Brow pencil and mascara every day. But I didn't even talk about my face care. Like the main thing that I jumped in Beauty Counter, besides the wash. Right now I'm in the Counter Match line, so I've got their eye cream, serum, day and night cream. And that's every day for me, and I'm obsessed with it. Like I don't wear the foundation I have from them ever because I'm obsessed with this face, and I feel like my face is pretty
Right. Right.
and
It's
I'm
beautiful.
comfortable going out.
I would have assumed you had foundation on.
Yeah, no.
Beautiful. She's got beautiful skin. I don't know if you can translate on here, but it really does.
I don't know.
Can you wave, Desmond? Hi.
Oh my god, and then of course I use, of
Hi.
course I have the lip shears and
Their
the
lip
Hi.
Hi. Okay, Mama's turn to talk. I love their lip conditioner.
I use
I
that
could
nightly.
live in that lip conditioner.
Which one do you have?
I just the peppermint.
Mm-hmm. That's what I have.
Mhm. I love it. Hi. Apparently this one stayed with us for a while.
Got a bug.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got up
That's
to
a
like
lot.
18 or 19, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't
So-
think about it being a lot. I really
Right.
think about myself being minimalist.
Well, I also don't think
But-
it's so funny. I don't think of shampoo as a personal care product,
Mm-hmm.
but it really is.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
And then, so like my husband uses all that stuff, and my son has his own, all the kids line.
right.
Yep.
Nice.
But I feel comfortable using them because I know what's in them,
Right.
and I know that I can trust the company.
Right.
Not to
Okay.
say that I don't have other companies present in my home, I do, but
Right. Yeah. Obviously.
They don't have a deodorant yet. I'm really waiting for that.
No, I make my own.
Do you?
It's so
Does it
easy.
work?
Yes.
Oh,
You know what? I switched. I think I've told you guys this before. I switched to making my own deodorant when I was nursing.
Yeah.
My oldest, because regular deodorant did not work on me. Just did not work. I was stinky.
I'm not a fan of the one I have on right now, to be honest.
I was wondering. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's not the smell, it's the stickiness.
Right?
Yeah.
Deodorants are so finicky. Anyway,
Which I guess is more antiperspirant, but regardless.
natural deodorant actually worked for me, and I felt better about nursing her because our face is like right here next to my armpit. So I've not turned back. I've made my own deodorant ever since then, and I've changed up my recipe a little bit.
Share, please.
Super easy. No problem. I
Share.
can do that. I can do that.
Beauty Counter is coming out with one, I should say.
Oh, really?
But
okay.
we don't know when. It was
Okay.
supposed to be introduced last year, and it wasn't perfect. So they're like, okay, we're going to make it perfect. So I have absolutely no ETA on that. We all asked relentlessly, and they've stopped talking to us. I think we ask too often.
Yeah. What about toothpaste? They make toothpaste?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't know if that's on the docket.
Okay. It's a little bit of an interesting in between.
Mhm.
I'm a
Tom's fan right now.
Yeah. We use Tom's, and then we're almost out of it, so I'm going to try making my own toothpaste too.
I've done it once.
Yeah.
Remember we need two dresses?
Yes.
I wear one new dress when we go down the hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, very far away.
Go watch PJ Masks. Sorry. She's very interested in telling me about her new dresses. She actually wore me one yesterday. It was full of unicorns. She has an obsession with unicorns right now. I went through that phase too. Anyway, back to skincare.
Yeah.
Sorry about all the interruptions today, guys. Totally lost my train of thought. Okay,
Go ahead.
I know. So my esthetician,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this before I started seeing an esthetician. I actually had one facial in my life and I hated it. Everyone always talked about getting facials.
And my best friend was a physician.
Right. Anyway. Well, everyone always talked about getting facials and like how they love them, and I love them now. And she uses like natural products, and I love her.
But your first one's like intense, right? Like,
Well, I had my first one when I lived in Pennsylvania, and it was super painful. I hated it, whatever. Went to Harmony here in Worcester, and like, again, the first one with her was really, like, the first 90% of the facial is so relaxing and wonderful because you get like all of the masks and like it's so wonderful.
Oh, I use Beauty Counter masks too. Sorry.
Right? I know, I saw that one video of your new husband. It was great. So anyway, but then just like it comes to the cleaning part and it was so painful. One of the reasons I love my esthetician is she's an educator. And something she told me, right? I didn't know how to care for my skin, which sounds crazy as a 30-something woman that I didn't know how to care for my skin. So one of the things she told me that changed my life was that when you put on moisturizer, I can't say the word, moisturizer.
Yeah.
That it should feel dewy.
Okay.
So like that's what's really hydrating your skin. I'm like totally touching my face all up today. And the other thing she told me was to avoid petroleum, which is in so many lotions.
Yeah.
And when she told me that, I was like, petroleum? Like gasoline or oil. Like that's what you're telling me. Don't put oil that you would put in your car on your face. Right? I mean, like, it's really kind of how you should think about it. And there was something else. I think it was paraben, maybe, to show me that to avoid.
Probably. Yeah.
And so I started using a different lotion that's much more natural. I get it from Trader Joe's. Like, super non-expensive. Like, changed my life. And the next facial I got, I was like, this is what people are talking about. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So, but, like, talk to me about your lotions. Because whether you wear makeup or not, you probably put lotion on your face. Like, what can you tell me about lotions that my esthetician has not already? No,
I think I mean, I don't necessarily, I wouldn't have thought about dewy, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, and petroleum it's in a lot of products, and it can mess with your skin. It can actually do the opposite. Like, it can alter your skin and make the moisturizing components of your skin not work properly.
I'm sorry. What do you want? Can you go watch PJ Masks? You want what?
I want the milk train.
You want the train? Okay, go get the train. Okay, thank you.
I don't know. I'd be interested to hear, and I've only started researching this myself, what she would say about serums, because I've seen a lot.
What are serums?
So serum is what you put on your face before moisturizer.
Okay.
It's gonna get deeper.
I didn't know there was something before moisturizer.
Yes. So it's gonna get. I haven't started using it until I don't know, like May.
Okay.
Game changer. And so it gets deeper, faster.
Okay.
Providing more moisture to your skin, hitting different parts basically. And from lately, what I've been told, which actually a client of mine pointed me out to, it's been more and more reported on, like, I don't know, someone saw it on a TV show, another person saw it in an article, that if you want your skin to look younger and be more, like, what's that word I want?
The plumper?
Yeah, I guess like later in life,
Right.
start using a serum
I use
earlier,
serum
like
then.
20s
I'm
and
almost
30s,
40.
stick into the serums, and then when you're like 60, you'll be in way better shape. Than
Oh, okay.
so I'm starting to learn more about this, so I'd be interested to hear what she has to say about
Yeah.
serums.
I'm gonna text her when we have to.
Yeah, so what I've been using is the counter, not to like go beauty counter, but I've been using the Counter Match line, which is a line that we launched first with, I don't know if you heard of it. It's launched first just the lotion, and now it's a serum, eye cream, and a night cream. And the
Okay.
night cream is, I mean, I love them all. I'm really obsessed, but the night cream is like so luxurious.
Yeah. Oh, I like
But-
that word. I didn't kind of get that word in my life.
Yes, it
Really
really is.
good.
I put it on last night, and I was just like, oh, I just love
Right.
it.
Yeah.
But Counter Match is the reason I bring it up is because it's their it's breakthrough technology is what they've discovered. Biomimic technology.
What in
Bon-
the world?
Right. It bonds to the chemicals of your face, and it's guaranteed to keep your face in the maximum hydration zone for 12 hours,
Okay.
is what they say. Or 24 hours. 24 hours. But I use, yeah. But it's crazy. Like, I used to get dry here, like T-zone, kind of.
Yeah.
halfway
Right.
through the
Which is
day
a very
or whatever.
normal.
And I don't anymore. Like, my mom
Can you
used to, she said she always has to, like, bring a cream with her to work because she'd have to, like, reapply. She started
Right.
flaking, especially if she wore a foundation, which she did.
Right.
And now she uses Counter Match line, and she's fine.
So
And I feel more dewy. That's the point I was getting
Right.
to with the Counter Match. Like, I still feel moisturized. I don't
Right.
feel dry.
So you mentioned T-zone. Like some people, like I alternate, depends on the season, between super dry and flaky in my T-zone, or in the summer, like super like oily, gross. And
Mhm.
since I've been moisturizing more appropriately, I don't have those
Yeah.
extremes. That's the word. Go talk to Desmond. He's got them. Sorry.
This is the most
my
I've
life
seen them this
today.
morning, too.
Right. They know. They know when Mama wants to be doing something else. They're like, "Oh, I want her to do." Is there the people that are oily? Can
Mama,
you talk to me about people that are oily and don't feel like they need to moisturize because they're too oily?
They still do.
did you supposed to have one tree?
Go, just one.
They still do. Like, we have a product, the charcoal bar, which is probably one of the most popular products, I think.
So silky.
Yeah. So there's a lot of charcoal. Charcoal's huge right now in the market.
Yeah.
But people are putting way more charcoal than they need to in their products. And there are a lot of them out there are very drying and very, like, almost doing negative things.
Yeah.
So Beauty Counter uses aloe vera and green tea. Not saying all. There's probably other good ones on there. but,
Right.
they use aloe vera and green tea in it as well, so it
Mhm.
kind of counteracts. But yeah, it's the charcoal in it and other things are going to help reduce pore size over time and minimize breakouts over time and kind of help control that oily. And the number 3 balancing oil is kind of fantastic. Which,
Number 3, balancing oil.
yeah, so we have 3 oils, and so I thought, why would you ever put? I never really had an oily face, but why would you put oil on your face?
Right.
Like, I don't. But
It doesn't sound right.
Right.
Mhm.
So I, like, personally, I don't break out a lot. I don't have a lot of oily skin. I tend to be on the drier side, but I'll have hormonal breakouts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, once a month, give or take, I know it's coming. If I'm on top of it and use my number 3 oil, Stops
Nothing.
it.
That's amazing. Guys, I'll help you, but and then can you go watch?
I've really not seen them this much this morning.
Right?
They're
Go ahead.
independent.
Go watch PJ Masks. Thank goodness for TV. Right?
It's true.
So now I'm
Yeah.
totally lost my train of thought. So oily skin, and it makes you not break out by putting oil on your skin. But
Yeah.
it's not like oil you'd put in your car. What
No,
kind of oils
it's
are in
they're
it?
natural like oils. Yeah, there's
Do you know what kinds they
Oh,
have?
they're
Is it like almond oil.
so
Like there's all sorts of kinds of oil.
yeah, it's makeup. There's 3, and each of them are made up of the same 7 and I'm blanking, but they each have their star oil that's kind of helping with.
Mhm.
So vitamin C is number 1, so that's their star
Okay.
because it's the brightening oil.
Okay.
Number 2 is jasmine because that's plumping,
Okay.
which I hated the word plumping when they came out
Right,
with
yeah,
plumping.
that sounds
But
awkward.
it's super hydrating, and I before Countermatch I was using it all the time.
Okay.
Now I don't use it as often. And then number 3 is and I'm gonna say it wrong too. It's like I'm gonna say it wrong
That's okay. We'll forgive you.
because now that I want to say it, it's probably gonna be the opposite of what it actually is. You know, you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like lang lang. Is that how you say
Oh,
it?
yling-a-ling.
That. Thank you.
I just learned this word.
That is the key ingredient. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've all got the mix. Yeah.
So these are like essential oils that
Mhm.
they're using. It's not like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which also have beautiful fragrances.
Yes.
That are natural.
Right.
And not full of gasoline.
Yes. So if there's any fragrance in, at least in Beauty Counter, because I know them, any fragrance that's in there is something that's actually actively useful,
Right. Okay.
or something like, our rose oil, our rose water mist is
Right.
derivative of rose petals. Like it's,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Awesome. So what if somebody's listening and they're like, oh my goodness, how do I know what's in the products I have at home? Let's start there. Do you have a suggestion for how to figure out what are in
Yeah.
your products?
Yeah. And I apologize in advance for hooking people to this. And having them. Anyway, the EWG, the Environmental Wellness Group.
Right. We've talked about that before with
Oh, good.
the day we talked about nutrition.
Good.
Mhm.
Okay. They have, maybe you talked about this too, they have an app.
Okay.
It's really
No,
easy.
I didn't know that.
The app is called the Healthy Living app. They have a website too, so
Okay,
you can
right.
type things in there, but it's
Mhm.
easy to do on the app because you can physically be in a store and scan the barcode or in your
Okay.
house.
Right.
So not everything's going to be in there because the
They
database
have
is
to
growing
read.
and growing. But food and personal care products are in there
All
right
right,
now.
buddy, go ahead.
And you can scan a product and it will tell you where it's or how bad it is on the allergen scale, on the cancer scale, and on the how it's produced. I
Okay.
think is what it is, the 3. And it will give you a rating. So it's like 1 to 10.
Okay.
So I had I never use hairspray. But that was the worst thing I think I had in my house. I had hairspray that was a 9. And it said natural on the bottle.
Do you have your phone on you? Where's my hairspray? I had some in here.
My
I wanted
phone's
to
in there.
test it.
Do you want me to get it?
No, it's all right. We're going to test
I know, I
my
should have
hairspray
had that. I
later.
should have showed that.
Oh, my
Um,
word.
Yeah.
Yes, go get your phone
So
while I
there-
do this. She'll be right back. Oh, my word. Guys, real time. How bad is this? I'm going to find my hairspray. Where's my hairspray? It was right in here the other day. Oh, my goodness. I'm actually really nervous about this. How horrible is it? Because I just used it on a client. Oh, no.
Your
You
hairspray.
see it? Yeah. It was right in here. Hairspray. Where did you go? All right, I can't find it, but I have some food here. That's not going to work.
What do you have? What products do you have? Anything at the barcode. Let's see. This is This is what it looks like on your phone. How can you see that? Okay.
Does this have a barcode on it?
But I've
The
gotten myself
glue
in trouble scanning
For
food.
fake eyelashes, it doesn't have a barcode on it.
Of course not. What else do you got? Give me a product.
Right? I know, I just had one.
You can also search for stuff too.
Here, let me help.
You scared me.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. All right, go
I'm
watch
searching
the
and
ads.
looking for a product too.
Hand sanitizer.
Okay, let's see if it's in there. If it's in their
Target.
database.
Target hand sanitizer. That's what we found in the studio, which I use all the time.
Product not found.
Oh,
Sorry.
all right. We'll play
We'll
later.
find something. We'll find
Right,
something.
right.
We'll hear it.
We'll let you know what it is.
What did I scan recently? Oh, I was looking for a bubble bath for my son.
My kids love bubble bath.
I was looking for one because I wanted a safe one.
Right.
So actually, my son
I'm
is
so
getting
glad
it for
you
Easter.
brought this up because I always want bubble bath. They love bubble bath.
I wanted to find a verified one. So
I'm so happy.
I'll keep talking. They're gonna rate your products, or they're gonna rate their products. I just moved that for some reason. From 1 or from verified to 10 being
Okay.
horrible.
Okay.
So verified means they put their seal of approval on it.
Okay.
Right. So this one has their seal of approval. Beauty Counter is
What
also
kind?
another company.
I wanna
It's
know.
Dolphin Organics.
Where in the world
So
do you
they're-
find this?
I just searched.
Amazon or something? Or?
Yeah. I totally
Okay.
found it there. Yes. Okay. Actually, yes, I have ordered it. It's coming like today.
I need this.
But it's in the green. Can you see this? Should I show this? There we
Yeah.
go. It's in the
All right.
green for developmental concern. It's in the green for cancer concern. But it's in the yellow for allergy. So
Okay.
if you scroll, I'll show you this. They're all ones, right?
Mhm.
So it doesn't really tell you.
Okay.
Usually if it's in the yellow, one thing will be like a 2 or something like that. And it might be like vitamin C's in it or aloe, because
Okay.
some people have a lot of allergies.
What's the
to
name of
that.
this app?
Healthy Living app.
Help my word.
Healthy Living.
Healthy living.
See the green. They're going to tell you all the ingredients that are in that product and what each ingredient is rated.
That's life changing.
It really is.
We're gonna
so
link to this app after we're done.
Yes, and there's food in here too, which food just gets you in big trouble.
Oh,
Things you think
here.
are healthy or not.
This is organic. And it's a store brand, so I'm not sure it'll work. But where's the barcode? There's not one on this. It must be on the box. Darn. All right. This will have a barcode on it
On
somewhere.
the bottom.
Ghirardelli chocolate. Sorry.
No! Why are
What?
not listed?
We might have been saved from that one because seriously, Ghirardelli chocolate, who's gonna want to get these up, right?
Well, that will probably have a production concern because it's linked to animals with the milk. Yeah,
Okay. All right. This is
At
fun.
minimum.
I want to go through and scan everything in
I
my
know.
house now.
We'll have some fun.
We'll link to that.
We'll
Anyway.
have to post like screenshots to it or something.
So that's how we can right?
Yeah, but that's a great place to get started. And
Okay.
like, if you're, I would say pick the product that you use the most.
Okay.
I didn't think about this when I started. I started with like face wash,
Okay.
but in reality, I think I would have, if I knew more then, I would have started with shampoo.
Okay.
Because think about when you're in the shower, it's like
Right.
a steam sauna.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Your skin's your largest organ. You're absorbing all of that.
Such a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use Max Alchemy. What is it? Is that?
I don't know, but we're scanning it.
I know. We're totally gonna scan it. And I use Trader Joe's. I feel like I probably
Trader
am
Joe's
okay.
probably isn't in there, but
Right.
yeah. They tend
We're
to
totally
be-
gonna scan the
Yeah.
Max Green Alchemy or whatever it's called because that is an expensive shampoo.
Yeah, we're scanning.
It better be okay. They claim to be okay. We're gonna try it anyway. Okay, so
Yes.
that's a good start to figure out what you already have in your house. What if you find out that everything you own is like the worst possible thing ever in the history of the world? What are there certain? So you just mentioned shampoo. That's a great place to start
Mm-hmm.
because again, you're in like a sauna.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. You're like absorbed. That's
Right.
why I switched to a 100% cotton shower curtain.
Okay.
No liners, because you really don't need one. That's just
Right.
like modern convenience to have a liner.
Okay.
You just keep washing that curtain or get two and try,
Right.
you're fine.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's BPA and
Right.
parabens and that
Right.
it's all in that damn shower curtain
Right.
liner or curtain.
She didn't just say damn.
Sorry.
This is a family show. All right. So, since most of my clients are pregnant
Yes.
or moms with really young children,
Mhm.
so shower curtain, shampoos, what are your steps you would take? Oh, thanks, Betty. Papa can help you. Oh, Papa. My husband made it home. Thanks for coming to me.
Oh gosh, deodorant, like you said before.
Right?
I think that's huge.
Especially if you're
Huge.
nursing.
Yes,
Right?
huge. Lotions, body wash.
Okay.
What you're putting on your child.
Right.
and watch those baby powders. Those aren't cool
Okay.
half the time. Most of the time.
Yeah. So that is great. Thank you for saying that, because what are the things that you should, like, what are some areas that tend to be worse than others, that have products in them that are harsher than others that we use regularly? Does that make sense? Is
Yeah,
that a
I don't
question?
know. I think it's kind of unfortunately across the board.
Okay.
I think it's
Because it's not regulated.
Yeah, it's horribly regulated, and on top of that, the FDA has no legal right to have that company produce a recall. Like, all recalls are voluntary, and so a lot of times, at least from what I've seen, probably from what things are hitting the news, I feel like daily now,
Right.
with some recall or some story.
Right.
Like, one in my head right now is the Claire's, when the makeup was found with asbestos.
Like, that keeps coming in the news. Like,
Yeah.
it's like every other week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
let's
there's
give these
no-
things to your children that are full of
Right.
chemicals. That are
Because there's
horrible
no
for you.
testing.
Right.
There's no regulation. Sorry.
She's afraid of you guys. Sorry. Crazy.
It's
Crazy.
so scary and ridiculous. Like, we
Right.
live in the day and age, like, great that we can produce all these cool things and chemicals and whatever, but they're not tested. They're not regulated. And some of them are, yes,
Right.
but it's out of control.
And I think it's probably something we should say.
Sorry. Yeah,
Just because it's man-made doesn't mean it's necessarily bad for you.
correct.
The fact that it's not tested and that we don't know is the bad part.
Mhm.
Like,
So there are good companies out there. There
Right.
are companies that are doing more testing than what's regulated, like Beauty Counter. And like I said, the Beauty Counter's not the only one. There's
Right.
other companies, and there's a
right.
whole other thing going on. Like, so just because I don't think I said this, I've told you more than 85,000 chemicals, right? Of those, the U.S. has only banned or partially restricted 30 from personal care, or from use in personal care products. 30. So Canada is up to 600. EU, 1,400.
Oh my word.
So why is the EU banning approximately 1,400? I don't know what the exact number is now.
Right.
Versus 30 something. Something, we're missing something.
Right.
So Beauty Counter is a company, we have our
It's
never
not just
list.
in skincare that we're missing.
No.
something, but-
No, it's not. So, right. Beauty Counter has a never list, which is products they'll never use.
Okay.
And so above and beyond the 30, we're at 1,500.
Okay. So like all of those ones that the
So
EU
parabens,
is-
phthalates,
Okay.
mercury, nothing. Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Holy cow. So
Yeah.
anytime you guys see me with mascara on, it's Beauty Counter mascara. That's something that I wear all the time. If I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing mascara, which I have on today. I tried the eyeshadow today and the eyebrow pencil.
Love
What do you think? I'm a dork. Sorry.
No, you're not. That's good. I like it.
Hey, thanks. I'm just learning how to put makeup on, by the way.
I have the eyebrows
so-
and mascara. That's all. I did
Right.
have lip stuff when I came in, but then that was like
But then we
hours
had
ago, and we had
coffee.
coffee, and it was not
Sorry.
reapplied.
Sorry. I'll forget. So if somebody is limited on budget
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to change up my whole world here,
Mm-hmm.
what are their options with Beauty Counter? Like, do you sell just individual products?
Mhm.
Do you sell collections of
Mhm.
stuff?
Both.
Okay. Talking about collections, because I feel
Collections.
like that's like when
Collections are
somebody's
huge.
starting,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, "Ugh, I need
So each of
all
the
those things.
skincare regimens, as far as facial products, we have 3 different lines.
Okay.
Currently, the Nourishing, the Rejuvenation, and the Countermatch, and all are sold in collections as a full line or individual.
Okay. And what's included in a collection of skincare?
I think the Nourishing and the Rejuvenation are both about 6 products, and then the Countermatch is 4. I
Okay.
have to count. So the Nourishing is a day cream, a night cream, a wash, the Nourishing cleanser wash, Nourishing exfoliator, the eye cream, missing something. Rosewater mist
Okay.
is included in the Nourishing.
What do you use rosewater mist for? I always hear about this, and I
I know. I don't use
you
it.
just spritz it on your face to refresh yourself, or
You can.
Okay.
A lot of people do that primarily. Yes. Some people use it as a perfume.
okay,
Some people give it to their little girls. It's like, here, it's fun. Mom, Mom.
right?
Yeah. A lot of people do keep it in their fridge and mist like halfway through the day, especially in the
Right.
summer. Like, woohoo!
Oh,
Some people use it as
Okay,
like
now
a
I
set
want
for
it.
makeup.
I always thought, what would I want this for?
I know.
Now she sold me. I want it.
Not my
You're not invited anymore. You're no longer
Not my
invited.
intention at all. Like it's the toner to set your makeup.
Okay.
I have all the mists right now that Beauty
Mm.
Counter has, and I rarely use them. I kind of forget about them. They're
Right.
not in the forefront of my product use. So yeah.
All
That's
right.
me. But people that swear by them for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the nourishing line. Do you want me to go through the rest or no?
No.
Okay.
that's fine. I was just curious, like, what kind of things would
Yeah.
be in.
Yeah. And there's also, we have like a body collection. So you get like our everyday shampoo and conditioner and body wash, I think is in the collection. There might be a body. I think it's the 3 things.
Okay.
There's a baby collection, a kids collection.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? So one of my best friends also sells Beauty Counter, which is where I've heard about most of these products. And there's for diaper cream for her son. I don't think it was an actual diaper cream that she used, but it was a Beauty Counter product.
Probably a baby balm. Baby balm.
Maybe.
Can't talk.
But she was like, I swear by this. Like, it's
The
amazing.
baby
and she
balm is
also,
awesome. The baby balm is the thing that I've reordered the most.
Right.
And I actually am placing my order today for another one.
they make a diaper cream too, though, right?
Recently. Yeah.
And
it was
I
only
feel-
launched maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah. Her daughter, who is 4, she would get the chopped lipped under here from in the winter.
Yeah.
You know.
My son has it right now.
Kids, yeah. She's the diaper cream. Cured it like
Mhm.
that. Like she was like, this stuff's amazing. My daughter's gonna be mortified they put diaper cream on her face, but hey, it works. And I trust it. Like
Yeah.
because she's
Yeah.
doing this, like she's like, I know that it's safe for her. Like
Yeah.
I don't care that she's ingesting it. Like I don't want her to ingest it, but like
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
concerned.
I was trying to put
So
baby balm on my son's face last night.
yeah.
And he's generally fine with it, but last night he was in a mood and fighting it. And
Yeah.
he was like, and it got in his mouth, and I was like,
Whatever. Right. I know. My sister-in-law makes a homemade salve.
Mhm.
And so that's anything around here I use that for
Yeah.
because I know exactly
That's
what's in
yeah.
it and like it's like the cure-all salve. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I
Right?
love those. That's how I feel about the cleansing balm.
Yeah.
That's my hero product for sure.
Nice.
Mhm.
Awesome. What else do we need to know before we end our time? We've
I
taken
know.
a lot of these people's time.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you,
have.
children, for interrupting us.
I don't know. I think we covered a lot.
Right?
I'm trying to think of what I don't know.
Right. We will link to this app.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Healthy living app.
I'm like so excited and so terrified about it already.
I've had to stop scanning food.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you're also vegan,
Yeah.
right? Not
Mostly
vegan.
vegetarian. Vegan at home.
Vegetarian everywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll eat fish out.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
Out here it's easier. Honestly.
Right. Right.
That's sad, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, totally different conversation. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This was fun,
It was fun. So good to see you.
right? I know. Guys, I like her. Anyway, we will link to Sarah's, she's a Facebook group, Beauty Counter Facebook group. We can link to that
Okay.
here. So if you are interested in Beauty Counter products, you can contact her.
Ask me any questions.
Right?
But if I don't have the
Amazing.
answer, I have a team that does, whether it's product related or fact related or whatever.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And she also posts really fun things like her husband wearing a mask.
In
So,
the shape of Batman.
right? So, you know, her husband's a good sport, I guess. Anyway, lots of fun things. She's very good at keeping us informed about what's out there and what it's used for and stuff. So that's good. Even if you just want the education from it, join that group. Yeah, thank you. It's awesome. Yeah, and if you have any questions for Sarah now before we end, feel free to write those before we end. And yeah. Any last thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, smart remarks?
Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful.
Right?
I don't know. I think we put a lot of information out there.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next week. Check Sarah out on Facebook.
Bye.